Okay, so if I could factor this thing, I would say x cubed minus 5x squared minus 4x plus 20. I'd factor by grouping, so I'd group these two together and then group those two together. So I can take an x squared out of the first group, leaving me with an x minus 5. And then I can take a negative 4 out of the second group, leaving me with an x minus a 5, because negative 4 times negative 5 is the positive 20. So that leaves me with an x squared minus 4 times the quantity of x minus 5, since this is the common term to both factors here. So this part is the difference of two squares. So I can take this a little bit further to give me x plus 2 times x minus 2 times the last term there, which is x minus 5. So each of these is a factor of the polynomial up there. So looking for the zeros, if I apply the zero product property, I could say that x has to be negative 2 in this case, x has to be 2 in this case, or x has to be 5 in this case. So all of my zeros would be plus or minus 2 or 5 for part A. So part B says use the leading coefficient test and the zeros to sketch a graph of the function. Well, the leading coefficient test I have a positive and I have an odd. So that means that my graph has to be doing something like that on the end and something like that on the right end. So down on the left and up on the right. My zeros are negative 2, 2, and then 5, which would be right here. Here's number 5. So that means since all of them have multiplicity of 1, they'll all be crossing. So that means that this will be going down on this end. I don't really know what's going on over here in this section, but I do know it'll cross at 2, and then it has to turn around at some point down here, and then cross up here at 5. So this is what I mean by a sketch using the leading coefficients and the zeros.